Hello and welcome to SatTV Week, the news programme for the international satellite industry. We start this week with the news headlines from Carrie-Anne.
Seacom Satellite Systems, a global provider of mobile auto-deploying satellite antenna systems, has opened its first service centre in Argentina in cooperation with Buenos Aires-based integrator Telespazio Argentina. The centre will provide local maintenance and support for the Seacom manufactured iNetView mobile antennas to Argentine customers and is one of the largest resellers of iNetView systems in South America, with a significant installed base of corporate and government customers. UK-based RF manufacturer ETL has reported record production last year as their 65-strong team designed and manufactured for SATCOM's projects globally. Dr. Essen Bayer, ETL's CTO, said pressure on teleport rack space, as well as the need for satellite feed redundancy, needs ETL designs to be highly compact and offer hot swap and redundant features. The company will be at IBC 2012 and will feature the new V-series of high-density matrices, which allow multiple satellite feeds to be routed to one or any of the outputs, with new features ranging from web browser interface and input variable gain.
On the 28th of July, Russia successfully launched a Rokot rocket, the first to be launched since Rokot launches were suspended in February 2011, after a satellite was sent into an incorrect orbit. This latest launch carried 1 military and 3 civilian satellites into orbit from Plesetsk Space Center in northern Russia. And now here's Trisha with more launch news.
On Tuesday, Arianespace's fourth heavy-lift Ariane 5 mission of 2012 was given the green light for liftoff later tonight from the spaceport in French Guiana. Its dual payload will be the Intelsat 20 and HILAS 2 satellites. The launch follows Arianespace's 3 successful Ariane 5 missions so far this year. Sea Launch's mobile launch platform is being prepared to leave its Long Beach, California home port this week. It will travel to a location in the equatorial Pacific Ocean where it will launch the Intelsat 21 satellite later in August. The satellite will be positioned at 302 degrees east to provide Ku-band satellite services to Brazil, Mexico and the Caribbean, and C-band connectivity for the Americas and Europe. The satellite also carries a Ku-band mobility beam that will enable maritime and aeronautical services in the southern Atlantic Ocean.
When the European Data Relay System launches its second satellite in 2015, it will be taking the HILAS 3 communications package along for the ride, thanks to ESA's hosted payload approach. Georgina has the story.
The EDR system is being built through a public-private partnership between ESA and Astrium Services, using payloads carried by 2 satellites in geostationary orbit. Data transmitted from satellites in lower orbits to either of these EDRS nodes can then be relayed to the ground. The first of the 2 nodes will be carried on the Eutelsat 9B satellite in late 2014, built by Astrium and positioned at 9 degrees east over the equator. The second satellite had room for another payload, so ESA offered it to industry in August last year. Avanti Communications of the UK was selected, with the final agreement signed on 10th of July at the UK's Farnborough International Airshow. Through this arrangement, the cost of satellite resources and the launch are now shared. This contributes to the funding of the EDRS programme while providing access to space at a lower cost for the hosted payload.
NASA's Kepler Space Telescope mission, ESA's Mars Express, the Columbus Laboratory, the Hubble Space Telescope, Titan and Hipparcos. All of these missions have one thing in common. For the past few years, their aim has been to find conditions of habitability on other planets and their moons, and the possibility of life in space. Now, ESA is bringing a new mission to the table, the Jupiter Icy Moon Explorer mission. The spacecraft, planned for launch in 2022 on an Ariane 5 carrier rocket, will visit the Jovian system, where it will study 3 of Jupiter's moons, Ganymede, Callisto and Europa. Earlier, I spoke to Professor Andrew Coates of MSSL UCL, currently a member of the Outer Planets Community of Space Science, and who was a member of the ESA Science Study Team. He has spent the last 4 years contributing to the team effort to get the Jupiter mission selected. I asked him whether he thinks there is life on Ganymede.
Well, what we're looking for with this mission is habitability rather than looking for life. We're looking for the ingredients for life and whether they could exist within our own solar system. At the moment, we don't know of any life elsewhere in the universe, but where conditions are right, from a scientist's perspective, there's absolutely no reason why there shouldn't be life. So my hunch is that we might find something really exciting in the Jupiter system.
To watch the full interview about the mission, please visit satellite-evolution.com. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.